Dan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. You know, when you break down these teams, Greg, they are excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, so let's give credit to their coaches. They prepare their teams well, motivating their guys to give that consistent effort.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. The perimeter pair will be Thompson next to Durant. Clint Capella is out there with Smith. And it's MP in at point guard.
MP is a cool customer from three. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
Trent kicks to Anthony. Rockets with the rebound. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Not a fast start for the Bucks. It's a 5-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And look at what they did in the fourth quarter. Just totally out of sync and lacking in intensity. And that turned into that huge comeback.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks making one of the most surprising moves of the summer, waiving and stretching to over $113 million owed to Damian Lillard, and then signing the starting center of their arch-rival Pacers, Miles Turner. A bold move to say the least, but they feel he's the perfect addition.
Yeah, truly a two-way talent. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated. And here is MP. After Miles Turner was able to get the triple.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Giannis passes to Trent. A miss that time would have put him up. The Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. A 3 from MP. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. I wanted to know what he had in store for Kevin Durant. He said, we have some plans, Coach said with a smile, but mostly it's about effort. We have to outwork him at all times. If we give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. So Coach is asking for his guys to go all out and try to slow KD down tonight. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. And here is MP. After Miles Turner was able to get the triple, P drops in the layup for 2. MP's got 10 points.
Well, that's on the defense. How did they let MP get deep positioning like that?
On the wing, Giannis. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And stolen by Thompson. Here's MP. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And that's 12 points for MP.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Back to Giannis. Bucks passing it around. And here's Trent outside. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith the pass to MP. Jacks up a 3. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his point. Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
And here's MP for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. 18 points for him.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's Anthony. Nothing on the board. It's Kuzma penetrating. Yes, that goes in.
How about that display of athletic ability? Kuzma can contort his body when converting on those difficult shots.
Now, here's MP. That one misses. He has made 7 of his 9 field goal attempts. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Anthony kicks to Turner. Kuzma passes to Turner. Over Durant. It's rebounded by Amen Thompson. That will count. And so it's Houston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Smith, he's jacked in for Adams. Kevin Durant comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And MP subbed in for Josh Okogie. Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. Kevin Porter is out there with Anthony. And it's Trent in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Houston leading by 7. MP outside. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Outside, Porter. Anthony against MP. Anthony, the pass to Portis. 6 on the shot clock. Trent can't hit. Houston's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And here's MP for 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo is unlocking a new aspect of his game. He said, quote, "I never initiate my offense from the high post, but Doc told me that you can be very effective there. It's hard for people to show a crowd, and you're one step closer to the basket. I plan to stay there for the rest of my career." Back to you, Kevin.
Clearly a new wrinkle. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Here's MP after the made shot from Bobby Portis. Wasted no time on that one. MP's got the lead up to 14 now for Houston. Portis a screen on Eason. Giannis rips it down.
He's got the size of a center and the skills of a guard. Giannis is incredible.
And if you look at what he's done over the last few years, Greg, is Giannis still getting better?
The numbers say yes. Field goal percentage, points per game. He's still a double-digit rebounder, an all-time great, breaking new ground.
And here is Anthony following Fred VanVleet's 3. And here's Trent outside. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Oh, boy, Trent had that look on his face. Is there anything better than an answer 3?
KD against Trent. Kicks it out to VanVleet. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
There's a minute left in the first half of basketball. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is a potential finals preview. As good as it gets early in the season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Kevin Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
Houston shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Bucks. Trailing by 17. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
And proving once again that he has the touch from beyond. Kuzma effective at cashing in there.
The 3 from MP. Nailed from three-point land. MP's got 32 points in the game.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Trent outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Trent's got 6 points in the quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter and earmarks of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so that's the end of the first half. Houston on top, leading by 14. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Houston Rockets.
They're clicking offensively, making the right decisions, and of course, making shots.
And they say it's a make-or-miss league, and that's mostly true.
All right, guys, time to see what the fans are saying on social media. 5-Tool Mule wants to know, what's the best gift you've ever received?
I know what kidneys is. Remember the Shaq in the box?
Shaq. It said the best gift, not the worst. I can't even believe they even showed that on TV.
Oh, come on, Kenny. That was the most thoughtful gift you ever got.
I, for one, thought it was very nice, Shaq.
Thank you, Ernie.
Thank you for being with us.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first two quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
So on the floor for Houston, we'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. MP out there with Thompson, and it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle. To stand, the Thunder were the rare young team to win it all. But championship teams usually have a lot of veterans. Why is that? I mean, how do you explain that role?
Well, look, the more you know, the more you've been through certain situations, the easier it is to react effectively in that situation. You'll see guys be ahead of a play. Why? Because they've seen that play hundreds, even thousands of times developing that young guys haven't. So experience certainly helps.
Now here's Durant, following the miss by Kyle Kuzma.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Anthony kicks to Giannis. Back to Anthony. To halt the run, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Kuzma. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. A 3 from MP. Buries it from three-point range. MP's got 43 points.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Anthony's shot is off.
Well, they haven't found their rhythm here in the third, missing 4 of their first 5 attempts.
MP against Anthony. Lets it go with a 3. MP again from deep. MP's got 14 points here in the second half.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Now here's Kuzma. He's got 10. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And here's MP for 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Now here's Kuzma. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Stan, every night, Kuzma finds a way to contribute on the offensive end.
Yeah, Kevin, I think what Kuzma does is he'll find a way to score the ball. He'll do it running the floor. He'll do it cutting. He'll do it on the offensive boards. And he can make jump shots. He's got a lot of ways to score, and he can take what the defense gives. That right there shows how confident Trent Jr. is. Feels like he can score whenever he wants.
And here's MP for three. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Out to Kuzma. Three-pointer. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Listen, it's a team sport. But without him, this deficit would be a lot bigger.
MP outside. From outside the arc. Connects again from distance.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made.
I love the attack mindset there for Turner. Playing with energy.
MP outside. And another one falls. Amazing.
And another stunning accomplishment in his career. He's now tied for 4th most 60-point games in league history.
He is one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. In fact, I don't think you can make an argument against that. MP getting it done for Houston. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. Right back after this break. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may... All-Star game format. The NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Turner's checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Taurean Prince. Trent's checked in for Porter. And Anthony subbed in for Rollins. The small and power forwards are Kuzma and Antetokounmpo. Gary Trent is out there with Anthony, and it's Turner in at the center. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. A three from him. Good! Another from 3.
He is unstoppable here. Hits again from beyond the arc.
What a historic night for him. Shooting the ball, he now stands GA by himself for 3rd place in most threes all time.
Well, Anthony is a creative scorer and knows how to get the defense off balance.
That free throw good from Anthony. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League.
And again for 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for 2nd for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. And again, the Bucks miss.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Beyond the arc. Connects again from distance.
And he's outclassed his own previous record. A new number for the 2nd most single-game triples. Just a master cannoneer.
Firing away and making a little history in the process. What an honor to witness this. What an honor to be here. He is, quite simply, as good as you'll ever see from long range.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Houston.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And they took good, another from three.
There it is, a shot that puts him at the top of the record books.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's the three. Connects again from distance.
The barrage continues, and he's now broken his own record. It's a new mark for the most triples ever in a game.
He said it. If anyone's going to do it, it may as well be me. And he keeps raising the bar higher and higher. Good, that's another bucket.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record book.
That score moving him clearly into second place for most points in a game.
And with 81 in the rearview mirror, he only has the great Wilt Chamberlain and his 100 mark left, a record nobody thought would be touched. But this is the closest anybody has ever come.
So we see Houston taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. See you next time.